Should we go to Chick-fil-A?
Sure.
My name is Christopher Whitmer. I'm from Los Angeles, California. I was 12 years old when we moved to Los Angeles, and I hated it. Missionaries in a totally different culture probably experience this to a greater degree, but even I, moving across the country, found it very difficult and lonely. I didn't realize at the time how lonely I was. I just shrunk into my own little bubble, becoming obsessed with my favorite books and movies at the time. I blew several years of my life away in the loneliness of my own mind, with little desire to get out. I had lived my entire life up to that point in northern Minnesota. My dad often describes it as moving from the Icebox of the nation to the Tinderbox of the nation, which really describes how different the two locations are. I, a little white Mennonite kid, was plopped into the melting pot of the nation. I went from reasonable access to friends to 3 years without close peers and little desire to make new friends. When we were just talking about the idea of going to LA, I hated it. I even came up with a list of reasons God would want us to stay in northern Minnesota. People tend to glamorize missions, especially LA. I mean, most Americans view LA as a lucrative and extravagant place to live, which it is if you're looking for that. If you're looking for a glamorous extravaganza, something to write home about, life as a missionary is going to suck and you're going to burn out very quickly. Because you don't always have something to write home about. Life is very normal, just with a different focus. It takes a lot of hard work to plant churches and influence people. If you want to write home about the dozens of people who have been saved in the first 1 or 2 years, or how the church is growing and thriving, you're going to be disappointed and probably embarrassed. But if your aim is to worship and glorify God and make Him known to the people, it's going to be hard and painful, but you're going to have a lot of fun and be very fulfilled through the process. Despite all the loneliness, adjustments, and excruciating pain, I'd honestly have my life no other way. I've been given incredible experiences and met so many new, amazing, challenging people. In many ways, moving to the big, evil city of Los Angeles probably saved my life. I'm really excited that my generation is moving towards missions, particularly those in the city. Because if we're going to be fishers of men, then we need to fish where the men are. Jesus calls every one of us to be fishers of men. So I believe that it should be a given for every Christian to be involved in missions. Consider what you're doing with your life. If all you're pursuing is a comfortable life with a good set of friends and a safe place to raise your family, then I dare say that you're wasting your life. The only life worth living is one totally sold out to Christ and committed to living the life He designed for you, no matter how risky and wild it may be.
Do you love my Jesus?